All right, guys. So the market is still balancing, huh? Q all the way up to 377.50s. NVIDIA, again, is what's dragging this push up. The real question with everything going on is, like, will NVIDIA break 500 and then continue is the real question. And again, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but NVIDIA at 485s right now. So I know NVIDIA has been one of the main reasons for this historic run in markets. We do have some earnings today, specifically Power Semiconductors and Tyson Foods, which I'm actually holding some Tyson Foods, and I have been. But yeah, AMC down a lot. Apple still up a lot. Amex still pretty green on that one. Chewy. Etsy still my biggest losing trade. Microsoft my biggest winning trade. Nothing else really big today in terms of earnings. Again, do me a favor, hit that like button. What's up, Alyssa, Tim, Obsessed, Jay? Yeah, the crazy part is, like, look, guys. Somebody said, why did the market bounce? The market bounced because the market goes up over time. It doesn't matter. Again, you got to take yourself outside of social media and understand that the market's going to go up over time, like, without question. Now, when it goes up and how long it goes up and all these different things is a different story. But, you know, the nature of the market, because of inflation, really, and a lot of other reasons, is that the market's going to go up over time. And so the reason the market bounced last week, because the market goes up over time. And yeah, that's just the reality of it. All right, guys. All right, team. All right, team. Sorry, I'm looking up something right now. Choking on this coffee. SPY over 440s. NVIDIA, again, is really what's dragging the market up. The Q at 377s. thought that we would gap down more with how futures started out last night. I recovered some before 4. Yeah, I mean, market was down a little bit when we opened pre-market today, but we're still doing pretty solid. Rivian. Again, let's look at Tyson Foods here. We got to look at Tyson Foods, TSN, gapping down a little bit at 46.50s right now. Earnings might be out. We also have Tower, Semiconductors, which is moving up. Tyson Food is down. Let's see what these numbers are. These numbers are scheduled to release. We had India inflation come out at 4.87% versus 4.8%. So higher than expected Indian CPI. You can see those numbers right there. We'll put them up on screen. I'm also looking at Tyson Foods. All right, so let's see TSN. I don't see earnings out yet for this one. And if they're out, I don't see them yet. If y'all see Tyson Food earnings, let me know. They're scheduled to release at 7. I believe Tyson was 7. Oh, no, Tyson is 7:30. So Tower Semiconductors is the one scheduled to come out right now. This is TSEM. They released their numbers. Reacting negatively so far. Net profit third quarter for $342 million. Third quarter revenue, $358 million. $357 for the second quarter. So again, $358 million versus for Tower Semiconductors versus $359 expected, so less than expected. Gross profit $87 million. All right, team. Again, hit that like button. Do me a favor, bump the like button. We got 18 likes. We can do better than that. We're also going to do a poll. Does the market keep bouncing today? Tomorrow's CPI. Remember, tomorrow is... No. Tomorrow is... hold on. Let me check. I hope they're not doing it again where PPI comes out before CPI, which is odd. Does the market continue bouncing today? Yes or no? Vote on that poll. Does the market continue bouncing today? Let me know how you feel there. What's up, Metin? All right, guys. So also, guys, I want you to remember right now, I posted about this a few different times. I want you guys to understand this, that there's a huge sale going on with Topstep right now. You can get a 50K combine right now, as many as you want, really, for $11. $11 right now, guys. $11. For $11. If you want the link, here it is. If you want the link, it's right here. Again, you got to enter Veterans 11 at checkout. Here's the link. Yeah, tomorrow's CPI. It's a huge day. Again, so Tyson Food comes out at 10:30. Tower Semiconductors is out. We'll put these numbers up on screen so you can see it if you're interested. Again, we put the link up in chat. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure we traded on Topstep. No, thanks. I'm pretty sure we traded on here it is. Yeah, so we made some money on our Topstep account. People have to see CPI. We'll be bouncing until CPI data, most crucial data of the year. I don't know if this one's the most crucial. Again, we could look at the expected numbers here. Like CPI it's the biggest. It's certainly the biggest report of the month. All right, it's certainly the biggest report of November, I would say. Outside, like this is the most relevant one. You know, we got regular CPI expected at 0.1%. Month over month, 0.1% on the year. It's expected at 3.3%. Last time on the month, it came in at 0.4%. And so you can see inflation, if we come in as expected, is certainly slowing. It's not going down. You know, you have to understand how to read these reports, everybody at home. So it's certainly slowing, you know, because again, it's still an increase of 0.1%. You have to understand prices go up over time. That's inevitable. That's an inevitability, as the dude from Batman always said. And so in that regard, like it's not going down. Prices aren't dropping in that regard, but they're slowing, which is good, you know, because again, last month we increased 4.4%. This month we're expecting 0.1%, so much less of an increase. Core CPI, which excludes food and energy, is staying the same at 0.3%, which sucks because food is still very, very high. Year over year, it's expected at 3.3%. Last time it came in at 3.7%, and then core year over year is expected the same at 4.1%. So what we're seeing for CPI in that regard is that core is expected to stay the same. Core is not expected to bulge at all relative to last time. But normal CPI, you know, basic CPI is expected to go down or slow down, which is a good thing, of course. CPI is tomorrow. It's a challenge, Jay. So combine. So basically on Topstep, they give you a demo. They test your skill. If you can hit the target on their demo without hitting the max loss, they fund you between 50 to 150K. So it's a test of skill. And if you're good enough to pass that test, they fund you a certain amount of money as a proprietary trader in futures, right? In the futures market, no PDT rule. You can day trade the S&P, the NASDAQ, currencies, gold, silver. Patterns are very similar to like blue chip stocks, but there's no PDT rule. And so it's a day trading challenge is what it is, but it's only $11 right now. And so it's very cheap to get in. No, it's no debt. So the debt's on them. They're testing your skill. If you get enough to pass it, they fund you. And there's a couple different funding methods. You can get express funded, which means they just pay you your profits, or you could do actual live funding if you're good enough, you know. All right, team. All right, team. Yeah, is this really? I think this is really how. Listen, millionaire makes 20 million in 2020. Hires artist to make art for 25K. Artist puts one streak on a canvas. Millionaire thanks artist and has the artist appraised by an appraiser in the same circle of friends. The appraiser values the artwork at $20 million. The millionaire then donates said artwork to a museum to get a $20 million tax write-off, and the millionaire pays no taxes in 2020. Me at a museum, this is dumb. It's just a line on a canvas. Hipster next to me, no, you just don't understand it because you're uncultured. You lack culture, sir. Honestly, probably pretty accurate. It's not exactly like this. Yeah, it's not exactly like this. But let me know how accurate that is in chat, team. We are asking specifically on Friday, why is the market took a U-turn and pumped up? Yeah, I mean, mostly probably from NVIDIA is my guess here. And again, I'm just speculating. I really don't know. NVIDIA has had a crazy run, you know, and again, NVIDIA is such a heavily weighted stock that, you know, NVIDIA is like the number 4 weighted stock in the S&P and the NASDAQ 100. So in that regard, you know, it's a big boy stock. It also influences tech. It's also one of the main reasons the market is up so much this year is because of NVIDIA, you know, and so when NVIDIA makes this towering push up, you know, the rest of the market is going to follow it to a certain extent, you know. Yeah, I actually like the new Bill Burr movie. I didn't see all of it, though. Maybe that's the problem. People are saying the first half was great. I thought the first half was freaking hilarious, dude. You know? Like, I'm not as old as Bill. Prepare for CPI debt ceiling. Ahead of time. Yeah, what's up, Ricky? Yeah, I'm not trying to be a broken record, but Topstep has this crazy sale. Yeah, man, I bought a bunch of them too. I mean, I'm already funded in 2 accounts, and on Topstep, you can't get funded in more than 3. You know what I mean? But like the way I see it, man, I'm just gonna play with it and have fun. I got so many accounts now, and that's all right. Hey, I'll take it, man. I got so many accounts. I didn't realize how many freaking accounts I had, dude. 6, 7. Let me get rid of this. I really didn't realize how many accounts I freaking had, dude. I got so many of them. See, now I'm even running out of space, dude. I don't know if all right, guys. So again, we're waiting on the next earnings that drop is Tyson Foods. I'm actually in Tyson right now. I hope it goes up. There's 6, 7. Okay, there it is. Make sure it's the right one. Wait. All right, guys. Again, NVIDIA at 486. Again, bump that like button. We got 32 likes. But I read has tops up $11. Yes, I mean, that's true. That's 100% true. Look, I'll actually pin this to the top of the page so people can see it. There you go. All right, we pinned it to the top. Okay, there it is. Yeah, sorry, I'm messing with. And I think the real way to get funding is buy as many of these as you want for $11. You could buy almost 10 of. You could buy 9 of them for $100, basically, and then just swing for the fences, and then do whatever you got to do, and then get funded, and then ride off into the sunset. Let me cancel this one. Yeah, sorry, sir. I'm kind of checking all these. I got so many accounts now because it's $11, and we're just having fun with it. What happened? It dropped a few days and back on the same market greed. See, I mean, you must be bearish, and that's fine. Yeah, I mean, technicals don't play out as always as expected, guys. I mean, the thing you have to understand. Yeah, I mean, the reality of it is, team, is that the market doesn't have to follow technicals whatsoever, and that fundamentals, especially in the middle of earnings season like now, trump technicals. You know what I mean? That's the thing that most people have to understand is that, yeah. All right, guys, we got earnings coming out pretty soon. Pretty soon, earnings. How about that those UFC fights this weekend? Great card. You know, I thought Yuri should have been given a little bit more time, but man, what's his name's a beast, dude. You know, Pereira. No. Hey, what's up, Martin? Tesla fake up. Yeah, I mean, again, to understand, like, what, Jeff? What, Jay? Remember blank? What? Did what? What are you talking about, bro? Again, what happens a lot of time, bearish traders take put options or shorts, or they're really bearish, and then the market pushes up, and then they say, manipulation. It's nonsensical. It doesn't make sense. It absolutely does. Again, the nature of the market is that the market goes up over time. It's not like the market has just been ripping up, breaking highs over the last few years. You know, the reality of the market actually over the last few years is that the market has been dipping since the last few years. You know, market hit highs of 480 back in 2021. We still haven't hit that level in the last few years. And so the natural state of the market is that it's going to go up long term. And so again, that's something that a lot of traders miss. A lot of traders don't understand. A lot of traders want to be the next big short predictor, you know, the next big crash predictor, and they end up, you know, sitting on their hands and not taking trades like they should and not investing in stocks like they should. And then they miss out on it. And then when they miss out on it, they say, oh, well, you know, it shouldn't have done that. And it's like, well, the market's going to go up long term. Again, if you look at the SPY, number one, the market's up because NVIDIA is up. NVIDIA, incredibly strong, has been on a huge churn up. And again, NVIDIA is a very heavily weighted stock that has a big, wild influence on the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. It's the number 4 weighted stock in the world on those index funds. And in that regard, it's going to push the market up if it pushes up for the most part. It depends. It's not purely like you're not going to be able to look at just NVIDIA to see if the market's going to go up, but it's definitely a big tell of it. And so a lot of y'all are misunderstanding sympathy movements in markets. And NVIDIA is certainly up on, you know, a big run, and that's dragging the rest of the market up with it. Now, the real question is, why is NVIDIA up? And I don't know. I think NVIDIA is just kind of squeezing up a little bit. People who claim manipulation all the time are a joke. Yeah, I mean, again, I've always joked around and said nobody cries manipulation more than somebody that's been sitting bag holding a terrible penny stock. And that's the truth, because people who bag hold terrible penny stocks are usually the first people to say manipulation. It would have gone up if it wasn't for the hedgies. You know, it's like, come on, man. They don't really believe that. Like, they don't want to admit they were wrong about the penny stock is all it really is. In that regard, it's the same thing with the market. You know, nobody cries manipulation more than somebody that's really bearish after the market pushes up, 5% in a week. And in that regard, listen, hey, I'm not mad at it. Again, I'm long mostly, and so I'm welcoming this big run. Tesla CPI tomorrow. Where's Tesla at? Tesla had a good week too, or a good day. I don't know about a good week. CPI tomorrow is big, and then PPI tomorrow is the big one. Or no, CPI is the big one, and then PPI is okay. Yeah, so Tesla threatening Cybertruck users with a lawsuit and a $50K in damages if they opt to sell. So a lot of people didn't realize this, but when you buy a Cybertruck, at least on these limited quantity shipments, you're not allowed to sell it within a year of purchase. If you do, you have to give it to Tesla for their right to buy it back. So if you do sell it within a year, you have to give it to Tesla to justify. You have to offer it to Tesla first, I believe they said, and they would have to approve the reason for you selling it. Like if it's an emergency or you really need the money, they'll probably approve it, they said, but you got to let them buy it first. Moody's U.S. downgrade results in a massive 8-point drop on the S&P. When? Again, NVIDIA is dragging the market up, team. That's what this is. That Tesla news is weird, no? Yeah, kind of. All right, team. Dude, we're getting a new car, and it's a really, really cool car. I can't even say what it is. What I'll tell you though is that it's twin turboed. It's got over 500 horsepower, over 230 or over 530 torque. It's not an EV. It's a V8, and it's a car. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm really excited. We're going to pick it up today. Hey, thank you so much, Eduardo, my guy. Thank you so much, dude. What's up, Nando's? Again, I'm not going to tell you what kind of car it is, but it's cool and it's fast. Nope, not a Dodge. Again, I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. Y'all can try to guess, though. And I'm probably not going to tell you even if you get it right. I'll tell you what it's not, though. All right, so again, NVIDIA. Again, okay, so here goes Tyson Foods, TSN earnings. Let's see what they show up as. So Tyson Foods should have just dropped their earnings. Let's see if they did. They were scheduled to release at 7:30. All right, so Tyson Foods posted 37-cent EPS, 37-cent EPS versus 33-cent expected. So higher than expected EPS. Fourth quarter sales of 13.35. They expected 13.73. So they missed revenue or sales and they beat EPS. They're dipping down some. Yeah, we're putting this up on screen so you can see it. There's Tyson's Food right here. Tyson's Food. No, it's not a cyber. It's not a car. Or it's not an SUV. I mean, it's a car. I don't understand why you would not want to tell people what kind of car you got. Makes no sense. For privacy reasons. You know. Because I don't care about flexing on people. I'm just kind of excited, right? And so it's not really about flexing on anybody. I'd rather a certain degree of privacy with everything. All right, but yeah, Tyson not reacting well to earnings. Not big enough to really influence the market, though. There we go. Yeah, Brian, it's Veterans 11 is the promo code. It's for everybody. Everybody can use Veterans 11 as the promo. All right, so Tyson Food raising their dividend by 2.1% to $49 from 40 or from 49. I mean, I hate it when companies do this. Look, and I'm holding Tyson right now. Like, I want Tyson to go up. But the problem, bro, is that they raised their divvy 1 cent a quarter. 1 cent a quarter. You know, so if you have, I mean, 1 cent a quarter, that's nothing. So you got 10 shares of Tyson, you're going to make a whopping extra 10 cents a quarter. You know, I'm happy they're raising their divvy. I guess I can't complain, but 1 cent a quarter. Yeah, I'm not mad at people for wanting me to tell them what it is. I just don't think I'm going to tell people. I'll let people guess. I'm just excited about it, and so maybe I should shut up. I'm just excited about it, really. It's really cool, and it's fast, and it's twin turboed, you know, and it's cool. I'm excited about it. It sounds great. You know, that's really why we ended up getting it, is because it sounds great. Those V8s are just different. All right, team. All right, so again, Tyson Foods still falling. NVIDIA still pumping up. It's at 486. Somebody said if this rally was legit, why did the amount of stocks in the SPY and S&P that are trading over the 200 SMA actually move down this week? Because this move is because of NVIDIA. NVIDIA is dragging the market up, guys. Look at NVIDIA fly up. That's what this is NVIDIA ripping up the market with everything else. It's not just NVIDIA. It's a lot of other stuff too, but yeah. Yeah, I'm in Target right now. When are their earnings? I forgot. Is it this evening? Fisker, yeah. Tomorrow, Home Depot. Yeah. Right, 100% Shepherd. Like I made the same mistake too. Like I let somebody that I know come on stream, and then I never saw the end of it. I just got flooded with bots promoting that person and saying, hey, you know, you should make them co-host, you know, and like all this ridiculous stuff. And it's like, and so never again, you know. I tell my wife, like, yo, just don't tell anybody about this YouTube channel. Like, you don't need to tell anybody about it. Like, you know, just tell them your husband, you know, does something else, you know. Because I do other stuff. Like, tell them I do software. Like, you know what I mean? That's the easiest way to do it. Tell them I'm a real estate agent. That's true, too, you know? So, like, it's not like it's lying. Michael Saylor sees a 10-fold increase in Bitcoin value within the next 12 months. Yeah, some are crazy. Some are crazy. Better to be safe. Yeah, for sure. You learn to just keep people at a distance. People are bitter, bro. Is what it is. People are bitter, and jealous and envious. Man, is really what it is. Like that's the truth. Like even people like that aren't by me in person. You know, I'm actually glad it happened in that way because it showed me undercover how that guy really felt, right? Because like it'd be one thing if they like, yeah, I'm just glad it happened in that way because it let me know like, hey, this person feels this way, and so I gotta just kind of keep this person at arm's length. In the end, it works out for the best. You know what I mean? All right, so what else do we have this week? I'm trying to look up when the next Powell speech is. Again, NVIDIA is still churning up here. I'm going to change the title of the stream now. Yeah, will this historic run continue, guys? I don't know. All right, so we had Powell last week. Today we got Cook speaking. Nothing really big. Tomorrow is the big day. Or holiday. Trying to see how laid out. When's the FOMC minutes report? Did that already happen? What's the next FOMC minutes report? Okay, so the last Fed meeting, so the FOMC minutes report should be this month, right? But it's going to be late this month, I'm assuming. Let me see. So yeah, the FOMC minutes report should be this month. FOMC meeting was on the 1st. Somebody's probably already got it for me, but that's all good. Okay, so the FOMC minutes report is the 21st. So, oof. That actually works out kind of perfectly, though. So, Tuesday, 11/21 is going to be busy, man. That is going to be a packed day. People get real nasty when they can be anonymous. Yeah. Well, their true feelings come out, you know, is what it is. Volvo just put out an all-electric minivan. It's Volvo's first minivan ever. It starts at 114,000. It does 0 to 62, 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 8 seconds. Not the fastest, but it's a minivan. Hey, I'm for it. You know, it's a Volvo too, so you know it's safe. Is the big thing with Volvos is that they're freaking safe. Yeah, honestly, somebody posted this and it's so freaking true, man. I want you guys to see this so you guys can understand exactly where we are right now. And again, even the person here, even the person that posted this agreed. So I want you guys to understand like what this is. Okay, so like euphoria, thrill, believe, optimism, complacency, anxiety, denial, panic, anger, capitulation. We've had all of those things already. And then as we start to finally head up, there's disbelief. You can see disbelief right there. Oh, this is a sucker's rally. Oh, the market shouldn't do this. You know what I mean? Oh, we shouldn't be going up right now. Again, you have to understand markets aren't going to drop forever. Again, you can be as skeptical of the U.S., skeptical of our financial system as you want. The market's not going to go down forever. Eventually, we're going to move up. Plug? Yes, I'll plug. No, it's not obsessed. Best thing they can do is learn. Yeah, 100%. I think people need to and I'm not even claiming to be some super successful guy. I'm really not. Like, I'm doing something I love doing, and I think in that regard I'm successful. But like, again, people get so bitter, jealous, and weird that they spend all their time hating on somebody else out of insecurity instead of like building themselves up. And I think I'm never worried too much about what other people are doing. I really don't. Like, I don't worry too much about what other people are doing. In the end, even if I dislike somebody, I just don't watch them. It's as simple as that. All right, guys. Again, we are at 487s right now. 47s. Tyson Food at 45.90. Hey, what's up, Street? What's up, Jonathan? What's up, Fire? Some young investors are switching from equities to bonds right now. What time frame? I mean, looking at the 10-year bonds, we're at 4.6%. It's not a bad deal. Like, I think you should always hold some bonds because it's diversification. I think you got to diversify. Like, diversification is one of the big, like, powerful things in the world, and you got to diversify a little bit. If you can earn $5K a year off $100K right now, you're doing pretty well. Yeah, I mean, we could definitely hit 4,800. Look at Tesla. Tesla's still riding up, but yeah, 10-year bonds. I mean, you get a good deal. You invest 100K, you can make 5K a year right now, basically. A little bit less, of course, like 4,700 roughly, but that's still a good deal. Y'all are getting too many ads. I switched it to where YouTube picks the amount of ad cycles. So maybe I should switch to something else maybe right now. Yeah, I'll enter them manually and not let YouTube do that. I think we just got to add that drop to my viewership. If we did, let me know. But I'm going to change that because I don't, I thought about letting them try it today since we don't really have any echo data coming out, but maybe that's the wrong move. Again, Tesla's still popping up to test highs. NVIDIA flying up this morning. Yeah, I just changed it, pawn. I switched it back, brother. It's all good, dude. All right, so again, what's the Nasdaq? I'm sure the Nasdaq's kind of moving with the Q. When do we roll over? Let's see. When do futures roll over? All right, so the last one's going to be actually on the 11th. So we roll over on the 11th next, on December 11th. So in a month from now, we roll again. Again, let's look at the Q. Tesla still popping. NVIDIA again at 487s right now. When NVIDIA break 500 is the story. I don't know. Here's the Q. Q's got less volatility. A 1 minute chart up. I'm also gonna put the Nasdaq up here too. All right, guys. We got the Dow up here too. We got the Dow, the Q. See, the freaking Dow just is a different thing, man. Just a weird, different thing. Very choppy sideways movement though on both the Q and the Dow and the Nasdaq right now. Just very flat action here. Morgan Stanley team lifted its S&P 500 target to 4,500 by the end of 24 from 4,200. Q looks good. Q looks quiet. I mean, it's up a lot Friday, like a big move Friday. But you know, NVIDIA cover call would be good then. Good luck. I don't know. I have no idea what NVIDIA is going to do. It's up a lot already, though. I'll tell you that. So, again, if you're buying NVIDIA right now, you know, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I have no idea, and I could certainly be wildly wrong about this. What I will say is that NVIDIA is up a lot over the last few days, like a lot. And so in that regard, usually I'm not going to be the one buying up stuff super short term. I'm looking for pullbacks instead to take advantage of. But everybody's different and everybody's strategies are different. And so I can't judge. I'm not going to, you know, tell you yes or no because, again, I really just don't know. All right, team. Lets me log in. All right, so we got I'm thinking about buying this little dip on the NASDAQ here, trying to build up a cushion. But again, what I'm going to do today to get funded is I'm going to bring enough of these accounts up to $1,500 in profit as I can. You know, so like, because right now you can get Topstep combines for just $11 right now, so just 11 bucks. So I'm going to bring as many of these accounts up to $1,500 in profit as I can, so I can try to get, you know, multiple funded accounts, take some swings, have some fun with them tomorrow once the sale is done. So again, that's what you're going to see right now. I'm basically just going to keep swinging until I can make $1,500 in profit. Once I have $1,500 up, I'm going to sit out for the rest of the day. All right, I'm attacking this range right now. All right, so we have 2 contracts. So again, you might see me refresh accounts, lose accounts. Like again, they're $11 right now, so I'm going to keep playing with it. And again, I hope that makes sense. Yeah, we got CPI tomorrow. We got 4 contracts here. And again, you're going to see me trade kind of large. There's 5. If we lose, it's $11 and I can reset 1,000 times. If you want the link for Topstep, it's right here. If you use promo code veterans11 at checkout, you'll get, you'll get the 50K combine specifically for $11 right now. $11. All right. Let me see which one this is. Hold on, team. Shoot. All right, there's 3. Let me probably go one under that. All right, so I'm looking at the Dow right now because I got a strong sell signal on the Dow right here. And again, I don't know what it's going to do. We're taking multiple different trades at once right now. And again, we're going to short the Dow in one account. And then go long NASDAQ in the other one. Yeah, it's in the stream description as well. No, so the resets aren't 11. It's just a new account, I'm pretty sure. You got to use promo code veterans11 is what it is. The key is just to keep track of everything. I'm going to have to take some larger size. Yeah, I'm going to have to probably cut this one pretty soon. We got a nice little pop-up, actually. Okay, I'm going to hold it, I guess. Again, I'm kind of taking 2 different directions at the same time in broad index funds, but I'm okay with it. I'm gonna cut this and get out only down 180 bucks. I see bearish action right now, so I'm gonna actually pivot to short on both of these. So we got 4 contracts on the NASDAQ short. NASDAQ moves very quickly, and maybe I'm just gonna get punished in both of these. But yeah, it's $11 for. So if you use, again, check out the link in the description. You can also see the link pinned to the top of the page, D4. I'm getting punished here on this. But again, like I said, my job right now, because the $11 combine, it lasts until the end of the day today, right? So my job is to get up $1,500 in as many accounts as I can. And that's what I would do if I were y'all. I would take advantage of this and try to get $1,500 in profit. It depends. Like, I could only actually get funded on 1 more account, right? It's because I'm already funded in 2 as we speak, And so, it is what it is. Since I'm already funded in multiple. But all right, so we're gonna add to this one and take some more in our Dow short, and just let that work a little bit of time. So again, I can only get funded in one more account, regardless of anything. So like, it's all good. Because even if I lose on both of these combines, which is okay, I'm down $22. Could be worse. I should have stayed in my long, though. I got scared out of my long. We're kind of trading choppy range. But I think I always have to be patient and work. The only risk is that I already lost 160 on this bottom one. I can let the Dow one work for sure. The only risk is that I can still lose on the bottom one. Well, it's a Veterans Day sale, so it only lasts until the end of the day today. And again, we also have to look at NVIDIA, Tesla, all these other stocks too. We're at 487s. Yeah, so it runs out today. It's not gonna stay this price. It's gonna run out at the end of the day today at midnight tonight. Basically, it's over. Just getting punished on my shorts. I should have stayed in my long short. There's also a possibility, and I don't know if they allow it, but hedging. And again, I would make sure they allow it before you guys try to do it. But like taking one index fund up and one index fund down, What's up, Tim? Yeah, you can get more than one. Again, I just bought a bunch of them. It goes back up to its $49, Tim. So it goes back to where it is. Yeah, 11 doesn't last for the life of the subscription. It's just your first one. So yeah, it's just your first one. All right, so we're starting to come back down a little bit for my shorts here. Again, I'm not going to be, I like the short side a little bit more, but it's certainly kind of extended. And we do have just kind of choppiness right now, what I'm seeing. I used the code twice, but it won't let me use it on the third. It let me use it a bunch of times. I got like 3 or 4 or 5. I don't even need that many because, again, I'm already funded in 2 accounts, and they don't let you get funded on more than 3 at a time. But yeah. But I'm pretty sure you can use it more than that. I'm not 100% sure, though. Yeah, and I'm starting to get a little skeptical of this direction, only on this Dow one right here. This one I'll probably get eliminated soon, and if I do, it's okay. I'll update you guys on this one. The Dow one, I got a little bit more room. But again, I'm thinking about just cutting this one and going back long again since we're in the top of the range. And I don't want it to start to run back up. Again, main reason is NVIDIA is starting to push up. NVIDIA is at 487s right now. So NVIDIA, and if NVIDIA starts to really churn up, then it's a different story. Although there's a nice little pullback. So maybe I should just stop getting emotional and let it work. Yeah, watch NVIDIA, guys. NVIDIA is what's churning up. If you look at NVIDIA, it's really moving. So the Nasdaq's right at the top of the range too, though. See if NVIDIA turns. The Dow's still struggling. We got a lot of room, though, for it. I'm not sure, be president. The market's up a lot, and so I think you got to just be careful today, team. You know, I would be careful going long I would be careful just going purely long all the time. Like, I would understand that, you know, anything could happen. Be smart. Market's up a lot. All right, so my NASDAQ trade's starting to go more towards the green. We're basically flat on this NASDAQ trade. Okay, now we're slightly green on it. Again, I'm just going to let it work some. If it keeps breaking down, let's hope it drags the Dow down with me. Which it is, which is nice. All right, so there we go. We're green. Here, I'll put both of these back up so you can see them now. This isn't a real gap up on the Q. This is just a random broke order getting filled to 8 a.m. scrum. Watching NVIDIA, though. See, maybe I should have taken some profit on that one really quick. Five contracts is just such big size for everything. Can't find the down ticker. So it's YMZ3 is the Dow. Just right now we're caught in chop, and so again I'm just kind of playing around, kind of clicking buttons. But again, my goal, since the combines are so cheap right now, I'm probably just gonna buy a bunch and let it work, and you know, build up $1,500 in profit in as many as I can heading into tomorrow. And then if I get funded on another one this week, that'll be my third funded. I can't actually get I don't know why I'm buying so many, because I can't actually get funded in more than 3, and I'm already funded in 2. But again, if you haven't gotten funded, or if you know, if you're not like me in that regard, now's the time, I think, to take swings today. Tesla pushing up though, both the Dow. All right, so we're back green here. I'm gonna go ahead and take some off. So I just locked in some profit just to protect the trade. Maybe a little bit premature. There we go. We just locked in a little bit more. Now this will let us just play with the trade altogether to where we're not super emotional about it. We've already taken most of the profit. All right, again, what's dragging the market down right now is NVIDIA. NVIDIA is dragging the market down. Remember, tomorrow is CPI. It's CPI Eve today. ExxonMobil confirms it's drilling its first lithium well in Arkansas. Aims to be the leading supplier for EVs by 2030. Yeah, just such choppiness on the NASDAQ. Again, luckily we're flat on this trade now. But we're still on the Dow right here. Yeah, you should be able to start them later too. You know, but I mean, it's still gonna, a month later, it's a monthly subscription. So like, if you buy it now, you're still gonna have to pay the monthly subscription after a month, basically, you know. I'm very new to this. Not sure how to properly take profits. Do you just sell some shares or fractional? And what, Larry? What are you trading? I mean, again, I would be very careful trading at all until you learn how to trade. I would paper trade first, Larry. to be honest. Yeah, the U.S. got downgraded altogether. Bitcoin win moon. I don't know. When the grayscale ETF's approved. Bitcoin already up to 37,000 though. You know, hit almost 38K. So I don't know when. You don't have to do it that way. So I could also add to this, I guess. And I guess I'm going to add to this. The profit in this is so small in my account. So I don't mind taking some large positions and risking the accounts because, again, my job is to build up big profit today. I can't play small ball with this. I'm kind of frustrated though. My original direction would have worked. I just ended up getting a little emotional about it and cutting it. Yes, too. So it's a monthly subscription. So like you got to pay the monthly subscription whether you get funded or not. Once you're funded, the monthly subscription actually goes away. So the monthly subscription is only while you're taking the challenge. Once you're funded, it goes away. All right, and my NASDAQ trade just going against me. And again, I've got so many of these accounts, and I'm already funded into accounts that I'm just kind of playing around with this early. I usually don't trade this early. It's 8 o'clock market time right now. So the volatility's low. Tesla's pushing the market up. NVIDIA is bouncing up a little bit as well. So, and again, I'm kind of going against a strong signal on Chart Prime. You know, we got a strong signal, like 10 minutes ago that I'm kind of trading against, regretfully. And again, they're a sponsor of mine, so of course I'm biased in their favor. I just think right now, if you've ever thought about getting funded, now's the time to try because there's so many, Any other moves to the news today, team? Again, Dish appoints a new president and CEO. Exxon confirms it's starting a lithium well in Arkansas. Diamond Offshore Drilling announces a new drill ship contract. Tyson Foods came out. BDPS, Miss Rev, raised their dividend. Initial fiscal year revenue growth view flat year over year. They expected 2.2% gain, so revised their guidance negatively, and ultimately are gapping down a big amount. No, there's not a limit on how long, Adam. I just think okay. So with Topstep, you can get funded in as little as 2 days, right? But to get funded in 2 days, you have to make on the base one, on the 50K one, which is the one on sale, you have to make $1,500 in profit, to get funded. And so the sale ends today. And so the most I'm allowed to make on any given day on the 50K combine is $1,500, right? So I'm trying to basically max out the accounts in profit today. And so that in order to get funded tomorrow, after the sale is gone, I'll already have multiple accounts at that $1,500 level, and I'll be able to just kind of push another $1,500. So I'll basically be halfway there by the time the sale ends. So I'm basically taking advantage of the combine when it's $11, and I'm positioning myself to get funded easier once the sale is done, if that makes sense, right? So basically now, since the sale is going on, I can buy as many as I want for $11, and just take advantage of that and push to get funded today. And then once the sale is over, be already positioned to get funded. All right, so we're back to break even here on this NASDAQ short. And I think that's the smart way to do it on these big sales. All right, so again, we're back in profit here. I'd like a little bit more gains than this, but it's choppy, so I might have to just take what I can get. Now we're red. shares, Larry? All right, well, shares are different. Again, I would paper trade, brother. I would look up paper trading and do that and learn how to really move in and out before you trade any real money. Again, I can't guarantee you're going to make money. We're not investment professionals here. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right. All right, so just locked in a pretty big amount in profit on this one. Now back technically green on the day. So we finally got a nice little big gain in that regard. We've got, and we were already red because we cut a trade earlier on that one, but it's all good. We'll take that. My Dow trade's green again too. You're just trying to let this one work. I'm seeing a lot of bearish action show up. There we go. Now we're up in our Dow trade. Patience here has worked out, I guess. I think I'm just going to let the Dow trade work a little bit, although it's choppy, so we're getting some bounces back up. Very choppy day. I wouldn't necessarily recommend trading right now. I mean, we're trading on Topstep and people are asking me questions because of the sale. I mean, I'm sponsored by them, of course, but normally we're pretty balanced with it and don't plug anything for the first few hours. It's just a big sale day, so people are asking me questions about it. Again, I'm very obvious and transparent about it. I tell people, hey, I'm biased, of course, because they're a sponsor of mine. I'm always honest about it, of course. Can't guarantee anybody's going to make money or do anything. Nobody can. All right, so we've taken some of the profit on our Dow trade off here, team. So we're starting to lock in profit. All right, now we're up a cool, amount here on the Dow trade. Still writing this one down, trying to be patient with it as well. All right, so we got a cushion in a little, in a few of these. Hey, what's up, Prey? Usually those type of people, Sam, are just mad I make money. You know what I mean? If you're not making that much money, you might be kind of jealous or bitter of people who do. Human nature, I guess. All right. Hey, thank you, Yeltsin. Yeah, I hope you all had a safe weekend as well. We've been trading a little bit more this morning than we normally do. Just kind of sitting around short most of the day today, waiting for stuff to pull back. Again, it's such a sideways range. The Dow's looking a lot weaker than the NASDAQ or the S&P right now. You can kind of see that. The Dow is on the top. It's looking a lot more weak than, say, like the NASDAQ's pretty flat today. The Dow looks weak. Yeah, NVIDIA's been churning up huge amounts NVIDIA has been one of the reasons the S&P is up so much is from NVIDIA. All right, so again, we're bouncing back up. Look at Tesla start to break highs up there. Tyson Foods actually starting to bounce back a little bit too. Yeah, NVIDIA earnings are next week, not this week. So again, next week's actually really busy. On the 21st, we actually have a lot of stuff. On the 21st, we have both NVIDIA earnings as well as the Fed minutes report. So it's going to be kind of a busy time too. right, so we still got this Twitter poll going on about whether they think the spot ETF is going to get approved. I'm going to buy the Dow here. I'm actually going to cut this NASDAQ trade. I'm going to buy the Dow here long. We got a cushion already. Look at Tesla rip, guys. Wow. Tesla up to 217s. Starting to churn up. NVIDIA starting to bounce here. This is why we're buying the Dow right now. Tesla going up. Yeah, Tesla's ripping up right now. Again, the market is up a lot over the last couple of days. The market open. Friday specifically was a crazy green day, like huge green. All right. Just locked in a little bit more on the Dow. I like the Dow. Again, what I saw though, you saw me cut my NASDAQ trade and immediately start buying the Dow. Mostly because NVIDIA, Tesla, both churning up a little bit. Specifically, Tesla is really the one that's dragging everything up. If you look at Tesla on the right side of the screen, it's moving up. You know, it's churning right now. And so in that regard, that's just kind of what we're playing with. I'm gonna go ahead and lock that profit in. So yeah, now we're up over 2 on this one, on this account, the Dow account that we've been trading on, and we got out of the NASDAQ, missing out on a big loss. So we'll take it. We'll see what else. We're still kind of moving here, trying to figure out some good stuff to trade. It's still very early for me as a trader to trade. I don't usually trade this early, but I think today might be the exception. All right, so we got a little dip here. A little dip. Again, I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy the S&P right now. Right here. Take some trades on the E-mini. We're at the top of the range. Let me take a little bit more. All right, so far so good there. We got a nice little surge. 3 contracts. That should be good. Yeah, they had the Queen's Guard marching, and this kid was in front of him, and they just marched through this kid. Honestly, parent got to get that kid out the way, bro. If it was my kid, I'd just be like, oh, well. All right, so there we go. We're just profiting from the E-mini dip buy we made. Took another half off. Still got a third of the trade originally left. And I'm going to just go ahead and lock that in. Nice little trade there. So again, so far so good. Just kind of moving around, trading. Up about we're up a little bit on that account. Up in both the accounts that we started trading on today. Tesla keeps ripping. Yeah, Tesla's dragging it up. Tesla testing 218s right now, 218s. Right, so a little minor pullback right now. Again, I think a lot of stuff's up a lot right now. pun intended, I guess. Everything's up, and so in that regard, I'm less likely to buy stuff right now short term. I need to pull back to buy into. We got a little bit of one now in the S&P, but again, Tesla's ultimately helping this move. Again, you can kind of see I'm going to buy. We got the pullback that I just talked about, so we're going to buy one contract here, just one. The Dow. Okay, here, I might cut these. We got a signal that I don't necessarily want in this. We're going to switch directions and then take two contracts and then have only two, and then maybe we're going to add some more if we get a good potential move here. Yeah, we've been very sideways on the Q most of the morning. You know, Q's very sideways, very neutral, hasn't really done much. Very flat, which is why I think I'm pivoting to short, because, you know, we've been in this trend for a minute now. It's time for Tesla to stay above 220. Maybe. We'll see. Again, NVIDIA, a lot of stuff's up a lot in your team, so you just got to be careful. We'll see if Tesla continues to dip is the real question here. See about the earnings that released this morning. All right, so earnings are out. So again, we're going to add to this one a little bit more. We got 4 contracts now. All right, so again, now we're flat. We're actually up a little bit in this trade, so it looks like that ad was the right move. We're not quite there yet. We don't actually have enough to take advantage of. Access. So we got our earnings post on the day. Again, we're up $50. Not quite enough for me to take profit yet. I just don't know if I'm going to get filled well enough. You know, the only risk here is that Tesla could start to bounce back up, and if it does, it's going to drag this back up with it. All right, so there we go. We just locked in half of the position because we can. 2 contracts left still, but that'll lower our risk. See if we can continue. So this isn't future, or this isn't options, Ethan. This is contracts and futures. So futures market originally created as a way for farmers to hedge against price fluctuations. And so again, farmers would grow crops, and by the time it came to like sell their crops, the prices had changed so much that it was hurting their margins, and it was really hard to be a farmer. And so what they started doing is selling speculative contracts of, locking in the price of their goods, before they came time to yield those products, right? And speculative investors would buy them and speculate on how much the prices of crops would change. Commodities essentially would change from when they started to grow them versus when they came to yield them, right? And they named them futures contracts, and that eventually evolved to what we have now, where you can essentially day trade index funds in futures. That's basically what futures are, and how to trade them. Or that's basically what futures are, but they're not option contracts. They're day trading futures is much more like day trading stocks than options. All right, so again, we're flat on the E-mini trade. Very flat market. I'm surprised I'm even green, but luckily we do have a cushion on the day. Yeah, you can trade option futures, right? But not on Topstep. All right, so getting punished here. Luckily, we already flat on this trade. I'll give it a second. If it continues to rip, again, what I said was the risk is true earlier, which is that if Tesla starts to bounce, we might find ourselves in trouble. But again, we're such in a flat market right now, guys. Yeah, it's all good. Again, the real trading is going to come after the open today. So we're going to be able to get out of this trade and mostly be break even. But if it breaks the high of this candle, we're going to sell. And almost there now. We're right at it. We just rejected a little bit, though. All right, it keeps trying to break that high and then it failed, but I'm watching Tesla start to dip down a little bit. I could also add to it as another option. I could add to it, try to make my money back. And I guess since accounts are $11 right now, it might be the time to just have fun with it. All right, that's a little bit better dip. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and have fun with it, guys. See if we can break down a little bit. And if so, we can celebrate. If not, it's not the end of the world. We already got a cushion on the day too, so. Again, if there's ever a day to do this for me, it's today. All right, that looked like it worked out. We're now green, $50, $100. All right, just locked it in. Wait. All right, there we go. Now we locked it in. Now we're up, a decent amount on the day, and we still got one contract left. I wish my fill was a little bit better there on Quant Tower because, we still made what we made, but I wanted to retain some sizing in the trade. We got a cushion heading into the open, though, of over 100 on both accounts right now, which is great. That's what we want. Yeah, CPI tomorrow is big. So CPI tomorrow is the biggest. It's like the big thing you want to watch. Again, if we look at NVIDIA is one of the main reasons the market's been pushing up. NVIDIA's starting to break highs. I'm going to go ahead and cut this and lock my profit in right now. So yeah, we're up, $150 or so in this account. The reason I'm cutting it is because I see NVIDIA start to churn up right now. And this is like technical wise, you can look at technicals on any specific stock or fund or ETF. But if you ignore what other blue chips are doing at index funds, you're missing out on a huge component of how to trade them, right? Because again, you have to look at what the big boys are doing. You know, and maybe I'm wrong here. I could always be wrong. I'm not saying I even am correct about this individually, but NVIDIA's getting ready to test the highs of the day, which is right around 488. So we're at 487.60 and it's getting ready to test highs of the day. I probably could have made a little bit more money in it. Tesla also bouncing up a little bit. And so both of those things are something that you want to just be aware of, right? Like you just want to be aware of what's going on here. All right, so we're starting to move down. Tesla ripped up and broke highs again. Still testing highs right now, though. But we got a nice little cushion in a couple of these accounts. We got Natty Gas moving. All right, so big flush down. Maybe I should have stayed in my short, but again, we're up. We got a cushion of a couple $100 in two of these accounts already. So again, I'm looking more bearish now. What methods do you use to read candlesticks? We use a bunch of different things, man. Candle wicks, like up wicks, down wicks, are usually the most biggest tell of short-term price action. You know, extension is the other factor that we look at. All right, so we're also trading the NASDAQ in one of the other accounts, and we just built up a cool little profit in this account of about 180. So that's nice. Yeah, so Tesla's already been out with that news. We already know that Cybertruck's going to get delivered on the 30th, or start deliveries on the 30th. So all good there. All right, so we're starting to get some bearish action for sure here. And again, extension-wise, I think bear side is the right side today. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. I have no idea what's going to happen here, and you always got to make your own assessment, trade responsibly and safely here, team. I have no idea what anything's going to do. Not an investment professional. All right, so we just made another $50 here on this account. So that's 3 accounts now that we have a cushion of $240. We have not lost any of the accounts yet that we started today. So that's 3 with a cushion into the opening bell. 3. Big bear action here too. I'm going to probably start to get my short glasses on. Boom. Shorting this now. You can see me shorting the NASDAQ. All right, cool. All right, so we got this one real quick. In just 2 or 3 minutes, we've built up a nice cushion in this one of about 500, about 465. No losses on this other account either. We just got to short it into this pop. So doing well in that regard. Less than an hour before the market opens, team. Less than an hour. All right, so NVIDIA just hit the 200 EMA, the volume weighted average price. We're going to take one contract on the long side here because NVIDIA just did hit a big support level. And this is a different account, not the one we're up 550 or 450 on. I see a lot of reversal signals showing up right now. So maybe getting punished for this. I like that down wick though. Maybe we could buy to this. Again, one thing I see right now is Tesla approaching the VWAP, NVIDIA at the 200 EMA. So maybe we're at a potential bounce level. Hey, what's up, Asif? What's up, Wretched? Yeah, so I agree 100% with something Steve Burns says. The easiest way to lose the money you have is to spend it trying to get rich quickly. Absolutely 100%. And that's what a lot of people miss out on, specifically in penny stocks, in meme stocks, and in day trading, right? Trying to get rich quick is the recipe for failure. If you want to lose money fast, try to get rich quick. All right, so we do have NVIDIA bouncing up and Tesla too. So we're trying to catch this bounce. The E-mini and the Dow. All right, and we're going to use our risk management system. So remember, we're already flat if we lose this. So if we lose here, we're back to break even, which is fine. And now we're flat on this trade too. So we're looking for a bounce short term right now. I don't know how long the bounce is going to last. And again, I have no idea if we're even going to get a bounce or not. All right, so we're going to start to get ready to cut this if we start to break down. And on this account, we'll be back to flat, break even. I do like this retracement, though. But definitely getting some bearish action right now. See, our hands over the cover button because we're ready to cover it if we need to. But there's also a chance we could get a bounce. Yeah, we're going to have to cut that, unload that. So we're back to break even in that account, so it could be worse. You know, so break even in one, two accounts where we are up hundreds. And that's fine. And maybe we'll get another bounce up. We'll probably just sit back and wait, man. Again, the opening bell is going to be so much better to trade relative to what we have now and choppiness. As long as the open's not super choppy, we should be okay. Datadog. Didn't they drop earnings last week? Or did they not drop their earnings yet? Yeah, they dropped earnings on the 7th. They're up a lot though, man. They had a crazy good earnings. You know, they started out their earnings well below 80. You know, now they are over 100 right now, so they're up, you know, over 25% currently, which is a big move. And then again, we can kind of watch the Dow here like we have been. Yeah, I think you're just being too stubborn though, Ramsey. I mean, obviously the market has pushed up so much, man, that you know, we're just so far away from that now, man. I mean, anything could happen, brother. I'm not saying anything does happen. I'm just saying we're just so far away from that, bro. I don't think you can be too rigid with your views. You know, one of the reasons I see people lose a lot of money is because in trading, they just get too rigid. Yeah, you're fine, man. Nobody's mad at you. I think you're wrong, but nobody's mad at you here, bro. You know, maybe I'm wrong. You know, certainly possible. You know, I just think like we've had a historic run up over the last 2 weeks specifically, right? And you were bearish prior to that historic run up. And so you can stay bearish and that's okay. But I think when you look at it, it's obvious that, you know, that prediction was wrong. You know, especially when you consider like your main prediction, Ramsey. And again, it's all love here, you know, but we're just talking. Your main prediction was that we were going to have a mini, you know, I think you dubbed it like Black Monday-esque crash 2.5 weeks ago. And I mean, in hindsight, obviously that's not what happened. We ended up doing the exact opposite, which was a huge, like record-breaking historic bull run where we went up for the longest green streak daily, like day-wise, in a row in 2 years. You know what I mean? And so I think, and then again, Friday we pumped up a lot. And so this bull run has been historic. It's been one of the biggest bounce backs we've seen in a long time. And so I think you got to call a spade after a certain point. And again, I'm certainly wrong about a lot of different things. You know, of course, I always joke around. I called Tesla short at $100. Yeah, I called GameStop short at $4 prior to the 2021 squeeze. That's probably my biggest miss. GameStop short $4, 2020. All right, E-mini trying to churn up a little bit. There we go. There's a little pop, a little bounce. NQ hasn't broke the November 21st high yet. I am bear until it breaks 1600. Maybe. I mean, again, I think that's inevitable that we're going to break that eventually. It's just when. All right, big retracement back down, looking weak now on the S&P, the NASDAQ. Dow flushing down big. Why is the market tanking? I don't know. I think it mostly has to do with extension. I think NVIDIA has been one of the strongest stocks right now, and I think NVIDIA has had a historic rip up in everybody's face. You know, everybody was counting it out, saying it was going to hit 300 and all this different stuff. And maybe it does still, but it kind of ripped up from 400 all the way up to almost 500. It's sitting at 485s right now. And that's a historic run back up for NVIDIA. And that's really the reason the market is up as much as it is. You know, Moody's did downgrade the U.S., but I think there's an obvious reason for the market pushing up, and it is NVIDIA. Like, NVIDIA has ripped up a lot over the last, you know, really what sparked this crazy historic run, team. So what sparked this run, again, was AMD earnings coming out. And again, we've been going long here on the S&P. We actually got back green in this account specifically. We're up about $100, trading it on the bottom screen. And we're still up $50 on the rest. But yeah, so what sparked this latest bounce back and everything was AMD earnings came out, and AMD is a sympathy stock with NVIDIA. So AMD is a microchip stock, right? So NVIDIA is what caused the crazy bull run this year. NVIDIA's crazy parabolic move to the upside is what ultimately sparked this year's bull run. The run that ultimately impacted this year in a positive way was NVIDIA, right? And NVIDIA has been pulling back a little bit the last few months prior to this. Once AMD came out with really favorable earnings, you know, really good earnings. You know, NVIDIA came out, or AMD had really good earnings, and AMD, if we look at it, you know, here's AMD on the top right. If we look at a daily chart, you can kind of see what happened here, which is AMD came out with really good earnings here. And that is ultimately what sparked the microchip run that we've had over the last 2 weeks straight. And so again, if you look at AMD and then you look at NVIDIA here on the bottom, like if we put up a daily chart, you can kind of see they move with each other. You know, this big bull run started with AMD actually, and it just dragged NVIDIA up with it to a certain extent. And that's what we've kind of seen over the last couple of weeks is microchip strength, specifically from the earnings report from AMD coming out, is what we've seen. But again, a lot of people are still skeptical, and understandably so, I would say. I'm not against that. I understand, like, hey, thank you so much for becoming a member, Wretched. Thanks so much, man. But a lot of people are still skeptical because, as an example, NVIDIA still has a very high PE ratio. I believe AMD does as well. I think AMD actually has a worse PE than NVIDIA, but you know, PE is price to earnings. It's basically how expensive your stock is relative to how much it makes is what PE ratios are. We're gonna get out break even on this last one. We already, like I said, we're up about 100 on this account currently, going back and forth. But so far, we are green on every account that we've tried trading today in day trading. And I might just kind of bow out of this and lock. Oh no, I ended up going double share size. Oops. Well, there goes that profit, but it's okay. Okay, we got out break even. So yeah, we're up $115 here. But yeah, basically, a lot of people think these microchip stocks are really extended on the upside, and again, understandably so. To a certain extent, that's accurate. So, yeah, Wretched. I would just, trade small, brother. Take it slow, man. Everybody, again, the single easiest way to lose a lot of money is to try to get rich quick. You know, the easiest way to go broke fast is to try to get rich quick, and it's absolutely 100% true. So the problem with marketing and trading is that everybody wants to get rich and rich and rich. And, I think it's smarter to just take it really slow and careful. Man, so I've been jumping on a lot more arm bars lately, team. And jiu-jitsu, arm bars have been kind of my go-to. We got Cook speaking right now as well, so we got Cook speaking. Hopefully she doesn't bake the market down. Love you. Pay 1% a day works for me. All right, bro. You are not going to make 1% every day, dude. You're never going to get anywhere close to that. If you could, Goldman Sachs would hire you on the spot, brother. I know I sound like a broken record with this, but again, you got to be more reasonable. Yeah, 1% a day is going to be very, 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 very difficult to ever do. You know, you could shoot for 1% a day, and then when you lose, it equals out to like 1/4% a day, maybe, or give or take. That's fine. But trying to make 1% every day is impossible. It's just not going to work. You know, that would be the equivalent, not even including compounding, right? So you got 5 days a week. So that's 5% a week. You got 4.3 weeks in a month, right? So that would be 21 roughly percent monthly. Multiplied times 12 would be almost 300% a year. And when you include compounding gains, it's going to be much, much more than that, right? So if you can, anybody can make 300% a year, Goldman Sachs will hire you on the spot and pay you tens of millions of dollars, if not more than that. The reality of it is that's something that you have to understand. You know, if you can make 30% in a year, you are elite of the elite in trading. Yeah, I answer the same question every day. I'm trying to help, but people still think it's reasonable, you know. Yeah, good luck, dude. Again, you know how much Goldman Sachs would pay for a system like that? Like Goldman Sachs, their trading floor. You know how much they would pay for a system like that? They would pay billions for that system. I promise you they would, right? If they had a system where you could make 400% every year, dude, they're paying out the butt for that, dude. I'm serious. They are going to be and so that's why it's so silly when people are like, yeah, I make 3% daily. I do it. Watch, I could show you my stats. And it's like, I'm not saying you didn't take a bunch of risk and end up, averaging 1% daily over a month's time, right? But you're risking your entire account to do that. And eventually, again, the check's going to come. You know what I mean? Eventually, you're going to keep doing that, and you might be able to get away with it, taking huge risks. Eventually, the check's going to come, and your whole account's going to be bye-bye, How about losing 30% a year? I think that might be above average for independent traders. Yeah. Bro, doubting us? I'm not doubting anybody. I'm telling you why it's not feasible, And again, if you, the example I always use, guys, is if you try to talk somebody out of a pyramid scheme, they get mad at you for it, right? They get mad at the messenger. They don't get mad at the people that talked them into going door to door selling pyramid scheme products. They get mad at the person trying to help them because it hurts so much to stop, take a step back and look at themselves introspectively and say, hey, am I getting ripped off? It hurts too much to accept it. They're building their dreams around it. They think that they're going to get rich and buy a Lamborghini and with $5,000. And again, maybe they do, but that's why you see so much kickback when I start talking like this, is because it hurts to hear. It's dream killing. I'm killing their dreams. You know what I mean? But if your dreams are unreasonable, anyways. All right, market's bouncing back up a little bit. We got the Dow here that we've mostly been trading all morning. NVIDIA under the 200 EMA, under the volume weighted average price. Oh, 15% a year, Rose, chump change, man. You know, you don't know. People here, they're making 500% a year, guys. You didn't know? Is the E-mini going down or going to go pop? I have no idea what the E-mini is going to do. I hope it goes up. You know, I'm going to be day trading it at the opening bell. So regardless of what it does, we're going to trade it. I'll short it. I'll go long. It doesn't really matter. I'm not directional prejudiced. And yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, one thing that you don't see very much for people that are claiming to make those crazy big percentages, you just don't see their broker statements. You might see them 1 month when they have a really good month, and so they cherry pick the month and show you the 1 month that they did well. You don't see their yearly statements. You know, you don't see how much they're actually making percentage-wise in that account in the year, right? You see 1 month's broker statements, and that's it, which means that was probably the 1 month that they were profitable, and they wanted to show you that to get credibility. But you know, again, if you're selling a course, what better credibility builder than showing people your broker statements? And again, people are always going to be like, well, John, do you show your statements? No, I don't. I don't care. I'm not selling a course. I'm not claiming to be some super profitable, crazy profitable trader. If anybody that watches my channel, they know I'm not really about that. You know, we mostly cover economic data here. I day trade, of course. Like we swing trade, we invest as well. But anyways, I'll stop ranting about it. If I want to make $400 a month, what's a reasonable size for an account that would make that realistic? It depends on what kind of trading you're doing. What are you doing? Yeah, I don't even know if... it depends on what kind of trading you're doing. You know, to really make $1,000 a day or more, you're gonna need to make, you're gonna need to have, I would say, 500,000, you know, minimum to really be able to do that. And I'm not even, and it's still not safe even doing it like that. And again, you might be able to make $1,000 some days. Other days you're gonna lose $1,000. Let's say you give yourself an accuracy rate of like 65%. You're gonna need a lot of money to do it. It's not something like, you know. Options, options are different. I would say you need 6 figures to do so safely. You know, you could probably get away with it for less, but it's not necessarily safe, and at any time you could probably lose. But it depends on that's just kind of a loaded question. It depends on your accuracy rate. It depends on your risk reward. It depends on your, you know, what kind of what the underlying stock behind those options are, like what stocks you're trading. There's just there's a lot of nuance behind that, behind the answers of it that I'd need first. And again, I'm not sure. Again, the overarching point I'm trying to make is the single easiest way to lose a bunch of money quickly is to try to get rich quickly. Yeah, option selling is always a good move, you know, or not always a good move, but I think 1% a day. Yeah, that's what I said. You could have a goal of making 1% daily. Like, that's fine. And that's understandable. Like, you know. Yeah, so it's all good. guys. I really get ready to day trade at the open. Again, Tyson Foods, Tower Semiconductors. So we got a little upward trend that we're starting to see. All right, guys. So again, we got this little mini trend I see on a 1 minute chart. We still got 25 minutes until the market opens. All right, so I'm prepping some stuff for the stream. There we go. Save me some work in the future. So again, you can kind of see this little mini stream here. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. While I'm gone, does the market open red or green? Let me know. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. A rare bathroom break from me. But yeah, so far Dow bouncing up a little bit. NVIDIA hit right at the previous closing price, which is the red to green level on its stock. So NVIDIA hitting that previous close, bouncing off of it so far, starting to move up a little bit here. Let me check the chat. That's why we like you, brother. You are real and down to earth and don't change. Well, I mean, I change. Everybody changes. But I try to tell you guys the truth no matter what. And like, I'm not perfect at that, of course. Nobody is. But I'm definitely not gonna sell you guys a course. Honestly, at this point in time, I've backed myself into a corner. I could never sell you guys a course. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to sell you guys a course. All right, so Tesla's still bouncing. NVIDIA's still starting to rise. All right, guys. So yeah, I don't know if y'all have ever actually seen the moon in your phone, bro. You can literally zoom in on your phone and see the moon. Which is crazy. Like, my question is, are our cameras really getting this good? Or are they auto adjusting? Like, are they filling in some of the blanks that we're not seeing? You know? Because I remember I took a picture of the moon and it looked very, very good on my Galaxy phone. Would you recommend books? You know, the problem with books, you could read books, trading books. The problem with a lot of them is that, you know, trading's not really a game in which, like, investing, sure, you can learn a lot from reading books and doing all that good stuff. And investing, absolutely, right? With trading, though, with trading is different. With trading, you're gonna need to be more visual in terms of your learning. Like, I would watch videos. I wouldn't buy a bunch of day trading books unless it's Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. I would kind of stay away from trading books altogether. A course isn't bad for people who want and are willing to buy it. Not in and of itself, no. Right? A course is fine. If you want to buy a course, do your thing. I'm not mad at that. I understand people got to make, you know, earn a living. I'm really not against courses. What I'm against is selling a course for, you know, or selling a course or mentorship service for $6,000, $2,000, $3,000. That's an obscene sum of money. And most of the time, the people selling those courses, they spend all their money on marketing instead of actually building the course. And so what they end up sending people is like publicly available stuff, like stuff that you could Google and find available for free out there. But they tell their traders that they're going to get rich, you know, if they just buy their course. Right, so they're promising riches for buying a super expensive course on publicly available content, and that's what I have issue with. If you're selling a course for $150, do your thing. You know, if you're selling a course for $4,000, it's almost certainly not worth it. You know what I mean? But again, I've talked about this aspect of it before, but confirmation bias is such a strong thing that anybody that spends that type of money on a course is going to lie to themselves and tell them it was worth it, no matter how good the course is. They're going to say, oh yeah, greatest course I've ever taken. Is it really though? You know, or are you just trying to justify spending thousands of dollars on nonsense? You know, Plug is on the way out, I think. Plug is earnings bad earnings. Only way to get rich is start off rich or leverage heavily and making. Well, you got to take a lot of risk in order to try to get rich. Anybody can make a big trade and get rich from it, you know. But you got to risk a lot, you know. You know, and it's possible, but it's not. Most of that's not going to come from day trading. Day trading is not going to be get rich quick. Investing, you know, is get rich kind of quick if you get some good plays and you take a lot of big risks and you invest heavily into some very risky plays that end up turning out well. That's a way. I'm not even against that way. If you're okay with losing the money you put into it, do your thing. You know what I mean? It's just day trading is just different. You know, in order to day trade and make money, you have to have money. You know what I mean? Like you have to have the money already. You're not going to be able to roll $1,000, $5,000, even $10,000 account into $500K in a month reasonably. You know, sure, you might get really, really, really lucky. But it's just not going to ultimately happen very easily for most people. You're going to be taking huge risks to do that. And in order to make sums like that, you're going to have to take a lot of risk. All right, so again, we're kind of flat heading into the opening bell. We still got 10 minutes. All right, guys. You guys ready? 10 minutes. Well, you could spend 4K just to get experience, Woods. Yeah, resets is one of the ways, but like, again, experience is going to trump any knowledge you learn in courses. It really is. You know, trading takes a conditioning factor. You have to condition yourself through repetition to do the correct things. And so no matter what course you take, no matter what mentor you follow, you're still going to have that conditioning factor without question. Like it's something that you're going to have to do. And so it doesn't matter what course you take in that regard. Most content, you can find some great content for free. You know, you can find some great publicly available content that you don't need to spend thousands of dollars on. That's the reality of it. And so, and again, in that regard, it doesn't really matter what course you take or who you follow. You're still going to need to learn your own way in trading, and that takes a long time. It's not something that comes overnight, and it's not something that comes easily. And unfortunately, a lot of the people selling those really expensive courses mislead people into thinking it does. You know, that you just need to buy their course, follow their system. And again, they're just trying to sell courses. All right, flat on the Dow. Here, I'm going to put the NASDAQ up maybe, or the E-mini. Very flat, though, right now. Maybe a bear flag is what we're seeing. Yeah, Pawn, I'm gonna send you a message, man. People are freaking weird, bro. Like, super strange, man. Like, again, that's all I'm gonna say is that people are freaking weird, dude. You know, like I think anonymity causes people to just do dumb stuff because they think they can and they think it's not as obvious as it is. You know, people are freaking weird, dude. 40,000 likes. How do people get to be channel mods? The only way, I'm not giving anybody else mod powers. It's just not worth it for me. Not right now. Market opens up in 8 minutes. Invest in dollar cost average. Yeah, that's probably a pretty good move. Here's a question. Do you treat an AI bot like you do a human? Yeah, I personally pick them and then give them the stuff for it. All right, guys. Hey, we got 7 minutes, 6.5 minutes. How do you open a specific limit order on Quant Tower? What do you mean? I mean, Quant Tower is mostly day trading brokerage. You might be able to do it this way, but I've never tried. I know what you mean, but there's probably a way. I just don't know the way. All right, so market's bouncing back a little bit. We got like 6 minutes here, team. 6 minutes. Yeah, for sure. The problem with mods is, and again, Pawn is my go-to mod. He's the one that like has worked for me for years, and you know, but like the problem with most mods is like they want to be mods, they ask to be mods, and then I make them mods, and then like something happens in their life where they're struggling, and so usually like when people are struggling, they lash out, and so people get mad at me and they're like, hey, you got to give me some money, I've helped you for so long, and like, you know what I mean? And in some ways sometimes I do, but it's like the channel doesn't need that many mods. Like most of the time I'm staring at the chat the entire time, and so I'm able to moderate my own channel most of the time, and whatever I don't catch, Pawn catches. So like we don't need, at one point we had like 5 mods and they were all in the end, it just didn't work out. And so now I don't need a lot of mods. I can just moderate it myself. Futures are still down. Yeah, we got a little bounce short term. Tesla's still falling though. This is mostly from NVIDIA bouncing up a little bit. You can see NVIDIA start to pop. So NVIDIA, you can see it on the top right. It's right here. It's what's ultimately dragging everything else up. We got 3.5 minutes. What to type in for the S&P 500 on Quant Tower? It's ESZ3, Ethan. ESZ3. So again, the symbol rolls over. It changes every quarter in futures. Right? ES is the E-mini. NQ is the NASDAQ. MES. So Mark, M is in Mark. ES is the micro E-mini. So it's much smaller size, basically. MNQ is the micro NASDAQ, and then the last 2 digits change every quarter, right? So right now it's ESZ3 is the current E-mini symbol. After December, I think it's 11th, it's going to switch to whatever the new symbol is. So every quarter they roll over. The current symbol is Z3, so it's ESZ3. That's the current E-mini. I can't give you that, Sam. You'd have to become a member to get that, brother. I'm pretty sure. So yeah. Again, that's just membership. It's like $5 a month. You don't get any other. I don't sell any content, right? So you don't get any extra content, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a great way to help support the channel if you want to. There's no contract with a mod. It's not hard to do, and they're just hanging out. Yeah, for sure. All right, again, NVIDIA dipping right back down here with a big drop. Like, that's a pretty large drop for NVIDIA here. Weird. All right, guys, opening bell soon. Again, today's going to be quiet before the storm of tomorrow with CPI. All right, NASDAQ starting to flush down. And remember, there's still that $11 base combine sale going on with Topstep right now. So if you buy the base combine and you use promo code VETERANS, all lowercase, VETERANS11, if you look underneath the poll and click on that, it'll show you the promo code, and you can click the link and use it and get a 50K combine for $11 right now. And I think you can buy much more than one. It is an affiliate link, of course, but if you want to help support your boy here, check it out. All right, team, here we go. 10 seconds. Bearish action starting mostly from NVIDIA breaking down. Let's see if we get something good today. All right, so there's... Ooh, we got the bell, man. I don't know when my bell started, but hey, got it. Starting to bounce up a little bit, to be honest. Strength showing up. NVIDIA breaking down, Tesla rising up. All right, we're scalping a little bit here. Bullish strength and everything except for NVIDIA here, though. NVIDIA breaking down, though, and again, it's up so much already. The question is, does it drag the rest of the market down with us? And I really don't know here. It could. Big flush down on the NASDAQ here. Big pullback on Tesla. NVIDIA still flushing down. See what the E-mini does. Big retracement on the NASDAQ, mostly from NVIDIA bouncing back to that previous closing price. I'm going to go ahead and short this, though. Wait. NVIDIA starting to push up too much. And then Tesla reversing down. So NVIDIA going back green on the day. Tesla completely turning all the way back down. Again, now it's switched. Look at Tesla fall. Weird. Is TSN up, man? Wow, Tyson bouncing back green on the day for Tyson. What a weird day, bro. Tyson back up to $48 a share. Again, NVIDIA starting to churn is what this is. Hit the 200 EMA right now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and buy this. Play with it. If we're gonna take any crazy risks on any account, it's today with the $11 combines. One contract in the NASDAQ. Look at NVIDIA start to ramp. Tesla's right at that previous closing price too, so I'm going to add to this. And again, we're just going to take a swing and see if we can build up that $1,500 that we won on the day. We already got a cushion. There we go. Took half off there. All right, so we just scalped out of that. I'm not sure what account this is. Let me see. Okay, gotcha. Fair enough. NVIDIA is still churning. I'm going to buy it again, I guess. We got a cushion on the day, so we're going to use that cushion to take a swing now. Problem is Tesla's starting to flush down under the previous close. And again, we might lose our account. Combines are only, the 50K combine are only $11, and so we're going to have to take some swings today. I'm trying to build up enough accounts close to, $1,500 in profit as I can. And so with that, we're going to churn through some accounts today, certainly. And that should be understandable because right now I can buy another one for $11. All right, so we already up 300. Looks like we might, if we break lows, that's it for this one. All right, so that's the first account we've lost today. Big bearish turn at the opening bell. And again, with combines at $11, we're just having fun with it. All right, so we're going to pivot to this one. Of course, I'm not happy to see it. But again, if there's a day where I'm going to take risks, it's going to be today. Big bearish action. Again, I thought the downside potential was higher today, if you guys remember. The big thing today is that the market had a historic run Friday and really the last couple weeks. Look at the NASDAQ churn down here. Wow. All right, so now we're going to short into this, but see, NVIDIA is starting to bounce though. And so there's definitely risks. Luckily, we have a cushion on this one already. All right, so we just made another 100 on this one. And we're doing really well on this one. Just to show you the graph for this account, we are up about 430. Again, the goal is to make 1,500 though, so we're going to keep trying to hit that goal. We're going to take a swing now in the NASDAQ here. Definitely risky. But if we get this one right, then we should get pretty close to that goal, I would say. Oh, I added 2 contracts. I didn't mean to add 2. Okay, that's all right. All right, we took half off. I wanted to get out. I didn't mean to add 4. 4 contracts to the NASDAQ's way too much. All right, took half off. Go ahead and lock that in too. All right, so now we're up to 630 or so in profit. 2.86 to 1 win-loss ratio on this one. Shorting mostly. We're going to need another bounce back before we short some more. We're also going to keep an eye on NVIDIA here too. It's 50K in funding. Tesla's starting to bounce back, and then also NVIDIA's churning up to test the highs. And so my hands are going to be off for now. Well, they don't. It's a sale, Kenny. You have to use the promo code VETERANS11 at checkout. Again, if you look at the link in the description, it'll tell you the promo code, and just copy and paste that promo code using the link, and it'll give it to you. It ends today at midnight. All right, so we're cracking lows. I see NVIDIA start to turn. I think this is going to be very bearish today if it holds down. I'm also watching the Dow, though. Wow, look at that big dip. Yeah, so again, look at this big move. NVIDIA starting to flush down. Again, it's too low. I need a bounce back before I short into it. Although NVIDIA rejecting that 200 EMA, that previous close might cause more bearish action here. We got a nice cushion on this current account. All right, we're going to try it again. One contract. If NVIDIA rejects that previous close, great. Flat right now, slightly green. All right, so we just made another 130 here. So we're getting pretty close on this one. We got this one up to about 800 on the day. 3-to-1 win-loss ratio. We need that bounce. I don't like shorting lows, but I do like shorting the bounce after tests of lows. Watching NVIDIA here too. Testing that previous closing price. I'm watching to see what happens here, and we're going to use that to influence this direction. If we reject, we're pushing down too much already. I think people are anticipating the same thing as I am, which is a rejection here, and then a flush down. Tyson Foods, honestly, on a bad earnings day, is actually done okay for me. Helping my portfolio today. So yeah, there's the flush down. I thought we might reject here at this blue previous closing price level, but not yet. No, there's the rejection actually. Yeah, okay. Second day trading in a funded account. Any advice? Scale down your size. You know, when you're getting funded, you have to take risks, and so you see people trade big and large. Once you're funded, you got to hit 5 green days in a row on Topstep, and so scale down your size is the smart move there. You know, if you try to trade too large in the funded account, you're not going to keep it very long. And so scale down your size. Don't get greedy. It's the best advice I think I can give anybody in that situation is just don't get greedy. Trade small. Hey, later, Sam. All right, we're down a lot. Tesla's still cracking lows, though. NVIDIA's still trying to break highs. Tesla all the way down to 211s. Dow's starting to fly up, like leading everything. The Dow is really moving up right now. Yeah, it's a good thing. Trust me, it's a good thing, B. People might not like it, but like it's a good thing to scale down after you get funded. If not, you're going to lose that funded account quick if you don't scale down your size. If you try to look too cool in that funded account, you're going to lose it. Yeah, I'm looking at other stuff too. Kind of sitting tight. All right, so we're finally starting to bounce back up a little bit. I might buy the NASDAQ here quickly. One contract. Give it time to bounce back. I see a lot of stuff bouncing back, including NVIDIA and Tesla. So I'm hoping we make a move back up, but if not, we already got an $800 cushion on this one. There we go. We only got one contract at the NASDAQ here, so I'm kind of playing with small amount of money. I think I'm going to go small size to try to get funded on the rest instead of taking one big. I could either go one big trade now or small size. There we go, slightly green. Let's take one more, fix my average here really quick, see if we can pop over it. We did. Just need a little bit more green here. There we go. All right, we just took half off there, protected us. Give the rest time to work and then get out flat if it starts to really flush. There we go, back to green. See, it's taking too long to flush down is the only reason I'm still in this one, but getting very close to cutting it. Yeah, we're just going to have to cut out. All right, we're still up about 7 on this one, 700. The S&P is very flat, all things considered. I think the NASDAQ and the S&P have broken down a lot. So they're just kind of choppy. Ah, man, maybe got faked out of that long, but it's all right. We're not going to be perfect. I like Quant Tower the most, aside from Topstep X, but Topstep X isn't available to everybody yet. So. All right, we're getting choppiness right now, team. Yeah, so we're buying this here up 35, 50, 60. I'll go ahead and lock that in. So we just made a little bit more. We're back up to where we're up like around 800. I see some stuff bouncing back, and I think this might be a swing back up, but who knows? Watch NVIDIA close. NVIDIA's up so much on the last few weeks, though. There's risks. Yeah, again, I can't guarantee anything. Topstep's certainly a sponsor of mine. I'm biased, of course, in their favor. But again, right now they got $11 combines. If you use promo code VETERANS11, it ends at midnight tonight if you've ever wanted to check it out. Again, still churning down slightly here. Cracking lows of the day here on the NASDAQ. NVIDIA starting to turn down too. I'm going to buy this. Kind of risky, but I think we've dropped a lot. So we're going to try to get into a nice little rebound bounce. We're up a little bit. See if we get a little bit longer here. There we go. Up 50. 40, 60, 70. All right, so we just made another $70. We're up 800 on the day. The S&P is so flat right now, dude. Last 5 minutes have been so flat on the S&P. Tesla's starting to bounce back. Yeah, I've never tried Ninja. I think you can buy as many as you want, Doom, but I'm not 100% sure. I would reach out. I would confirm with them, but I'm pretty sure you can buy as many as you want. All right, I'm going to buy this. I see Tesla starting to really ride back. There we go. Maybe start to add to this one a little bit too. We're up 70 already on this trade. All right, maybe not. We're going to just take profit. All right, we're up about 900 now. About 900. I'd like to get up to that $1,500 target, but I could also break it into chunks of 3 days. All right, so we're scalping a little bit more. Yeah, look at Tesla rise and look at NVIDIA start to come back. So this might be back up to the bull market here. Again, I'm not sure. I'm going to scalp the NASDAQ again if I can, but it's also risky because this also looks like a little mini bear flag. We're already up about 900 of those, so like we've got the cushion in this one that we can push if we want. Thought I clicked buy again, but I guess it didn't. It would have probably be green on the already if it did. All right, so there's 2 contracts that we just got. We're down 130 now. We got a cushion. I'd like to give it a second to bounce. If we do bounce, we're going to take profit quickly like here and then let the rest work so that no matter what, we're safe. NVIDIA back technically green on the day. That's the only thing I might want to buy into here is that. Tesla's going to be a big influence too. All right, so we're 2 contracts now. We're not going to take any more than this. Well, getting punished on that one trade, specifically from NVIDIA. We're just going to cut it. All right, so we just got out. We lost 300. We're still up 6 or 7 on the day. We'll have to figure out what we want to do with this. Again, the problem is Tesla's testing the 200 EMA. NVIDIA broke down under the previous close. So, like, I don't know what I want to do with that. Market's very flat. NVIDIA's flat on the day. Tesla's flat on the day. The NASDAQ overall is down, though. So, but yeah, here's my P&L on this one. We're up about 600 on the day now still. Again, what I'm looking at is Tesla sideways, NVIDIA sideways, kind of no man's land right now. I don't think I'm going to push super heavy into that. So, yeah, we'll see what we get on that regard. But again, I just don't know if I'm going to push heavy into that. I just don't know if it's the right move. I want to show you guys Chart Prime today. So here's Chart Prime, Trading View Indicator Service. It's something that I've been using to build up this profit because, again, like if you look at this objectively, you can kind of see that range trading is where the regular market oracle shines, right? So like look at the regular market oracle. It almost worked every time. This one maybe failed, but the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one had 6 reversal signals. 5 of them worked, right? And again, you get reversal up, bullish engulfing candle, bounce. And again, when you get an engulfing candle and a reversal signal at the same time, those are my favorite and most accurate that I find. I can't guarantee you're going to profit or that they're going to work, but look, reversal down, bullish engulfing candle, dip, reversal up, bounce, reversal up, bounce, reversal down, drop. This one probably, you could say, failed. This one worked. Oh, we also have this one down here that also worked as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 out of 7. Not bad. Accuracy-wise, not bad. And again, this is a 1-minute chart. I very rarely use a 1-minute chart. Most of the time, I'm like a 5-minute chart person on Chart Prime because if you put up like the regular market oracle, for instance, here. And again, this is a sponsor of mine, so of course I'm biased. Naturally, anybody should understand that. But very useful, in my opinion. Again, I'm checking out the reversal signals today. I haven't really checked. Look at this, man. Again, one of the single biggest edges, right? And again, you can set alerts for these, is when you get all these engulfing, look at all these engulfing candles in the reversal signal showing up at once. I've said it once and I'll say it again. When you get a reversal signal on top of a lot of engulfing candles short term, like within 20, 30 minutes of each other, the likelihood of a big move to the downside is very high, right? But again, even if you look at the regular reversal signals, like even just regular reversal signals are going to work pretty well. You could also put up like chart patterns. You could put up like, look, I can put up smart money concepts. Let me try the regular market oracle pro on a 5-minute. That's one that I've never really like tested or been as super experienced with, but this seems to look okay. So maybe I should try the regular market oracle on a 5-minute chart, because like, look at this today, right? These are just today's signals. Sell signal here. This was like 30 minutes ago. It made that sell signal and we've dropped over the last 30. Buy signal literally called the bottom down there. Beautiful bounce. Sell signal again right at the top. If we keep going back, and again, I can't fake this. This is what they actually showed up as. Look, if we keep going back, strong buy signal literally called the bottom. I think that was the move today, is a 5-minute chart using the regular market oracle. And again, look, sell signal here worked, buy signal here worked, strong sell signal here worked. This buy signal failed. This one worked as well. So again, they all worked today except for one strong signal. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 happened. 1 didn't work. And again, you could also put up like chart patterns, oscillators, any time frame you want. You can test them on. Again, what I recommend is looking at ones, testing different ones on the day. They're not going to work every day. Some days they're going to struggle, but you figure out, you identify days when they're working through back testing it, just like I did, and you figure out what days they're working, and then that's the days you attack. I think that works very, very well. You can see like flag patterns, all that good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and bow out for the day. And so again, if you want to check out Chart Prime, there's the link. They're a sponsor, of course, but if you want to check them out, they're pretty cool. Yeah, market has surged up a lot. And again, the other thing is, like, again, Topstep, $11 base combine right now. If you use promo code veterans11, all lowercase, you could, if you use my link, you can see the link in the description as well as the promo code. Check it out. Again, Topstep funded account program. They give you a demo, test your skill. If you can hit the target on the demo without hitting the max loss and pass their testing, they fund you between 50 to 150K with a 90% split. And if you lose, you're out $11 right now. If you lose, you're down $11 for the first purchase. And so again, very cheap, but if you're good enough to pass it, you get 90% split once you're funded between 50 to 150K. Only the 50K combine is $11 if you use that promo code, by the way. But if you want to check it out, again, link is in the description. Great way to help support the channel. Love you all. Y'all be safe. I'm going to go ahead and head out. Y'all have a good day. Tomorrow, guys, be here bright and early. We have CPI tomorrow, a very big day tomorrow, guys, for CPI. So CPI tomorrow, bright and early. We're going to stream it all live. We'll have thousands of people here when CPI goes live, guys. Today's a slow day. We don't really have much going on. But again, we're going to have thousands of people here live as CPI comes out. So I'll see you guys later. Good luck. Y'all be good. Is there a membership fee on top of the 11? So at the end of this, so it's $11 for the first month. After this month, it goes back up to $49 a month, right? But right now, again, what I've been doing is I bought a bunch of them, and I'm just going to swing, and then try to build up $1,500 in cushion on like a couple different accounts today. That way tomorrow I'll just have to make $1,500 and boom, I'll be funded. That's my plan. But everybody's different. Good luck. Y'all be safe. Again, they are a sponsor, of course, so I'm biased. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow at 8:30 for CPI. We're going to start streaming much earlier than that, so y'all be ready. I'll see you guys.